Mayan civilization. We're going to first start off by talking about the rulers. The rulers in each town was the highest authority. To the Mayans, their ruler was part god, part human. Next, there was the nobles and priests. They were the only members of the society that could read and write. They made all the decisions for the ruler. They watched over the temples being built, they collected taxes, and they led armies. Priests maintained the relationships with the gods. Next, the merchants and the artisans. Merchants traveled by sea, rivers, and roads to bring goods from the highlands that they traded with. They were very good traders. Artisans. They built sculptures inside the temples and painted murals of important battles in the temples. They made baskets out of plants they grew, designed art to pay tribute to the gods, and made paper out of bark from fig trees. Peasants. They did most of the farming. They grew corn, and during the growing season, the men had to spend most of the day in the field. When they weren't farming, they were helping build the pyramids. They were allowed to go to royal weddings, and they served as soldiers during the war times. Slaves. The slaves that had a higher rank got to be sacrificed to the gods. Some free people soon became slaves because they were not paying their bills. Some slaves were born into slavery, but slaves were usually not treated poorly. Slaves were not free to come and go as they pleased. Some slaves lived better lives than peasants depending on which job they had and where their masters lived. Mayan astronomy. This photo shows the observatory at the Mayan city of Chichen Itza. The diagram shows the Mayan religious and farming calendars. The Mayan used these two calendars together to coordinate planting, harvesting, and important religious events. Partly based on their discoveries in astronomy, the Maya developed calendars. They had a religious calendar to plan religious events. The Maya used a different calendar for agriculture. It had symbols for different months tied to farming activities such as planting or harvesting. These activities matched changes in the seasons. The Maya calendar was more accurate than the calendar used in Europe at the time. To go along with their calendars, the Maya created a number system that included some new concepts in math. For example, the Maya were among the first peoples with a symbol for zero. The Maya used their number system to record important dates in history. These are some Maya gods, for example, the sun god, and some Mayan rulers. Well, I hope you enjoyed my Mayan civilization video.